Hey y'all, I'm Elisa, the Scrappy Wife behind ScrappyWife.com. Let's take a peek inside my planner setup. All right, so we are putting together a planner for the month of September. I do what is called a franken-planning system, which is combining several different planners and layouts all together to create a planner that works for me. So I always have my old planner right here as I'm getting set up, and then I kind of reference it. I want to use this gorgeous cover from Kellofaplan. This is sold out. This was part of her seasonal box. It is so beautiful. And then I'm also thinking I want to do some of the gratitude in here. So we're going to kind of see how I can make that fit in with the other things that are happening in my planner this month. So I will put you guys on fast forward. For the first part, we'll kind of put together the planner. You'll see some of the like behind the scenes stuff of what is in my planner. And then I think we're going to decorate the monthly spread for September. Let's go. The beauty of the franken-planning system, using these discs to put together a planner that's made up of several different planners, is that you can track a lot of things. You can do a lot of things in your planner outside maybe the typical things of keeping your appointments and dates and things like that. So we're going to start moving things over into my September planner. Those pages that you see at the front, we call them like the future log. That's where I do all my pre-planning. I get people that ask me that all of the time. If you only keep 1 month at a time in your planner, what do you do about appointments that come up in 6 months? Well, I write it in the front of the planner. I have the whole year right there in the front, so I can go ahead and schedule things. And so when I'm setting up my planner for the month, that is what I reference. So I started out by putting my vertical catch-all planner in, and now I moved the lined vertical in. That is from Live Love Posh, and the lined vertical is actually what I use to track wellness. So in the calendar portion of this wellness calendar, I'm going to go ahead and put all of the dates for the month, going to list them out. This is where I keep track of my workouts. I keep track of things that I eat, and I keep track of how I'm feeling physically, like my physical health, if I have symptoms of different things, just how it's going, because I figured that's a good place to kind of have all of that information for reference. In the calendar portion right here, I actually created these stickers that you see in the upper right that have basically the rings for my Apple Watch, and I track when I close my rings and how often I close my rings. It's just a fun thing for me to do to see how the month goes in a really visual way. And then for the lined vertical pages, I write out what I did as far as movement that day. Did I run? Did I walk? How did that go? I write out breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And then, like I said, I kind of keep track of how I'm feeling physically in this particular area. I love creating my own functional stickers. I use my Cricut to create them, and it allows me to create them the size I want and to be the functionality that I look for. So it's nice being able to do this and then getting it all set up at the beginning of the month. And then when I sit down with my planner each morning, I just go back and look at how I did the day before, color in the rings, and it's a great way to keep track. And it feels really good to flip it open, see how full it is, how colorful it is. I really like keeping track of those rings. The back of the wellness section is where I keep menu plans for my family, planning out different meals and things like that. Plus, I love that it has a grocery list over there on at the side. All right, so after the wellness planning, that's where I do my daily planning. I just put a bunch of blank daily sheets. I kind of change out the different format at different times, just trying to make sure I have enough here, and I pull them as I need them. Typically, I'm someone that does daily planning during the weekdays, and then I don't do it on the weekends. And for these particular daily sheets, they're only one-sided. The back side is a grid, and I'm actually, you'll see it kind of change throughout this video, but I'm actually going to end up doing my monthly challenges right there, which I'm very excited about, and I'll talk about that in a little bit. After my daily planning, that's where my notes section is. So I put a few different types of note paper right there just so I have a place to keep everything organized. Every now and then you need just some lined paper to take notes at something. And then after, oops, let me get this in the right place. I mostly use my work planner for lots of notes, and that's a whole different planner. And let me know down below if you'd be interested in seeing kind of how I use that work planner. Now, the next section I'm getting set up is one that I have been enjoying for the past couple months. This summer, my friend Amy, who I was on the Happy Planner squad with, she opened an Etsy shop and she creates these really fun printables that are all kinds of trackers and they're kind of bullet journal themes. She does a great mix of bullet journaling and regular planning in her Happy Planner. And so she created these printables for each month. And I've been using them the past couple of months. And I actually got to receive this set a little bit early because I'm the one that suggested that she do a coffee and tea themed set. So it's really cool. You print them out. She has them in all the different sizes. This is a look at my August one. It's a step tracker, a sleep tracker, some different challenges. I have really been enjoying it. I kind of decorate it and color it throughout the month. I don't necessarily go through and color all of the pieces as we go, but you can see September is all coffee and tea themed or tea themed doodles. There's a mood tracker. There's actually a couple different mood trackers, which is super fun. There's a habit tracker, which I really enjoyed, the step tracker, sleep tracker, a gratitude log, a 30-day challenge, a couple of those, which is also super fun, self-care bingo, and notes page, month in review, and then an inspiration. I will link her Etsy shop down below. Love Amy. She's awesome. So check out these printables. Next up for setting up is my creative journal. I've been using the stress management layout this year for a creative journal. So I'm just going to pull out the next month from that planner and pop it into this one. And then for my creative journal for the monthly view, what I do is use these stickers. Again, stickers that I created. That's where I track weather. It's just a fun little thing. Do I need to track the weather? No, but I like doing it and I like seeing how it looks when it's all filled. So I have those stickers and I will move them over. This is what it looks like for August, and that's what my creative journal kind of looks like. So that will be what goes there. Next up, it's so fun getting this all set up. I'm having a fabulous time. So normally I was using a monthly layout for gratitude, writing out gratitude. Well, this beautiful gratitude journal from Kellofaplan was in her seasonal box. It's all about self-care and documenting gratitude every single day. I knew I wanted to try this right away, so I'm actually changing up what I do for gratitude. We're going to try this gratitude log with Kellofaplan. And that, again, that's what I love about the disc system. You can figure out what works for you and change things up based on if you're wanting to try something new, based on if something worked, if something didn't work. For instance, here's something else. The month of August, I actually didn't get a chance to do any of the doodling challenges or the lettering challenges that I normally do with my Patreon group. I release these monthly challenges and we've been having a fun time and I've done a good job keeping up throughout the year. August was a crazy month. I ended up not doing it. I thought, let's get back on the wagon for September. And I've been using a Kellofaplan vertical planner for that. However, I think I decided, you'll see it here in a second, I think I'm going to change it up. It's a lot of paper in this particular planner. If I were to take out that last section, I could do the back of my daily pages. That could be where I do the doodling challenge and the lettering challenge. I think that would work out really, really well. All right, so you're going to see me get that all shifted around here. We're going to end this one with gratitude. I'm adding some tabs. These are the Avery repositionable tabs. I love them. I have them in all the bright colors. These are the more muted metallic colors. They're really great because I like a top tab. I love being able to pull from the top, but they don't add a ton of bulk into your planner, which is fantastic. So I've got my tabs and I think I'm ready to go. I'm feeling pretty excited. I'm excited to use that gratitude setup, and I always get excited setting up a new planner each month. It feels like getting a brand new planner, which I think is awesome. So let's add one last tab. We're ready to go and time to decorate. Now this section I'm going to speed up a lot. I'm going to use Heather Kell's Sunflowers and Florals. Again, this was part of her seasonal box. She did have a few extra of these. I'm not sure if they're still in her shop. I will try to link her shop down below and you can go check it out. She has some gorgeous fall releases that have come out in the last couple weeks, so definitely worth checking out. This is pretty simple. I'm just going to put some of these gorgeous pumpkins and sunflowers down the middle of the page. I say it all of the time, but I need for my monthly layout in my catch-all planner to be super functional. I have 3 kids that do multiple activities. Each of them, we have tons of sports games. We have concerts. We just a lot of stuff going on, and I track it all in this monthly layout, and then I transfer those appointments over to my weekly layout when I'm getting set up each week. So decorating down the spine is one way that I add a lot of decor and a lot of color without taking up a lot of room as far as the boxes go, because I know I'm going to have plenty to write. So I put the pages next to each other, put stickers down the middle. Now I'm taking some of the washi tape that was released in the Kellofaplan seasonal box. This is something I've been doing all year, which is framing out my monthly spreads with washi tape. I think it makes them stand out once it's all back into my catch-all planner. And I think it's a nice look, a nice way to make the monthly spreads stand out from the weekly spreads. That is actually going to be the majority of the decorating. All I have to do is cut apart the 2 pages now, and then I'm going to repunch these holes. Someone mentioned a trick of putting a piece of paper behind where you have the clear sticker paper. Clear sticker paper does not punch very well on the Happy Planner Punch. Adding the white paper, just the white copy paper, had a little trouble fitting it in, but adding the white copy paper really helped a lot. So thank you for whoever left that little tip. It was awesome, and I'm going to try to remember to do this every time I'm punching through clear sticker paper because it was much cleaner. Loved how it looked. All right, now I'm going to add just a few different functional boxes here and there. Like I said, we have lots of family activities. The weeks are full of all kinds of practices and things going on. The weekends are games. I try to highlight using boxes just some bigger events. So for instance, if my daughter has a soccer tournament, or I also judge marching bands. So I judge color guard. I've been involved in the color guard activity for a really long time. Ever since I was in high school, I participated, I coached, and now I judge. And I will be judging a lot this fall. So a lot of Saturdays will be spent out on the football field, providing comments for marching bands and things like that. So I want to notate where all of those are going to be. We have some different soccer games and tournaments going on. So I definitely want to add boxes for those. My boys do Cub Scouts, so I'm going to add some boxes for those since that's not a weekly thing. I decided not to add boxes this time around for all of the different practices and things that happen during the week. It's so much, I'm just going to write it in. If I had boxes for each and every single activity, this whole thing would be covered in functional boxes. It would look a little crazy. So instead, I'll probably just write those in. No big deal. Like it gets very full, and I'd rather not use up all of the beautiful functional boxes. We also have several days off of school in September, and I love that Heather Kell's teacher release this year, her academic release, has some gorgeous handwriting, her gorgeous handwriting, that says no school. So I can put those days down. Always important to know and plan around when the kids are going to be home. And those are the opportunities for us to do some fun activities as a family. So one of the things we love to do is go apple picking, which is amazing to me because that's not something that happens in Texas, or at least didn't happen when I was growing up. So the ability to go apple picking here in the Northern Virginia area, something I love. So let me just write those down, and then it's almost done. I'm just gonna add a few more decorative pieces here and there. It's pretty simple as far as decorating this. It will take me a long time to fill it out, so I will definitely do that off camera. We're going to add the month here at the top. Yes, this did already say September, but I covered it up with the washi tape, so we just need to add that. I want to add 2023, so I'll pick up a couple of these numbers. This is actually Mojo Jojo's Dated Basics book, which I love and use all of the time. 2023, super cute. And then a few decorative stickers, a few phrases, and that'll be it. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and consider hitting that subscribe button as well as the bell notification button. I will link the supplies that I used down in the description box below. Heads up, many of those are affiliate links. It does help me out so much when you are able to shop those links. So thank you in advance for checking those out. I want to give a huge shout out to all of my Patreon members. I am so excited for the month of September. We are doing a faith journaling focus over on Patreon, and it is going to be amazing. If you want to join us, you can find the link for Patreon down in the description box below as well. All right, last little bit on here, and we're going to get this planner ready to go for the month. I hope that you all have a fabulous day, and as always, keep it creative.